Neocon John Bolton is encouraging the FBI to engage in more lawfare, demanding that the Department of Justice weaponize their resources and investigate Tulsi Gabbard and Matt Gaetz. Tulsi was nominated for the Director of National Intelligence, Matt Gaetz for Attorney General, which may actually be just a way to troll the left. There's other things going on at play. Check my previous video about that. This lifetime member, Swamp Creature, says that they are a serious threat to our nation. This would be the same thing that James Comey did in order to entrap and then trump up charges against Michael Flynn, which he later openly bragged about.
You look at this White House now, and it's hard to imagine two FBI agents ending up in the same room. How did that happen?
I sent them. Something I probably wouldn't have done or maybe gotten away with in a more organized investigation, a more organized administration, in the George W. Bush administration, for example, or the Obama administration.
You mean fellow swamp creatures?
In both of those administrations, there was process. And so if the FBI wanted to send agents into the White House itself to interview a senior official, you would work through the White House counsel, and there'd be discussions and approvals and
about whether or not they wanted to throw that person under the bus, whether or not they were playing along with the game.
Would be there, and I thought it's early enough. Let's just send a couple guys over.
While the liberal media meltdowns over the outcome of the election last week are slowly subsiding, they are getting increasingly unhinged every time Donald Trump announces who he's nominating for a new cabinet position.
Hearing from people inside the DOJ right now about what this Gaetz pick would mean for the future of the department.
They are absolutely horrified, Anna, and that's not an exaggeration. And they're not speaking by name, but I'll just tell you that John Bolton, who's one of the most conservative figures in Washington, who served as...
Who is one of the biggest neocons in Washington, who served for the Bush crime family, who's been instrumental in America's disastrous foreign policy positions for decades.
Just said in the last hour that this is the worst nomination for a cabinet post in American history.
So, you know, then it's actually the best. But like I said earlier, this may just be a troll. There's a slim likelihood that Matt Gaetz will actually get confirmed in the Senate. And so my money is that Ron DeSantis is going to nominate him to fill Marco Rubio's Senate seat in Florida, who's going to become Secretary of State. And Rubio probably will get confirmed because he's not nearly as polarizing as Matt Gaetz, who is fantastic, but he has a lot of enemies in Congress. MSNBC decided to bring some apparent random homeless person into the studio to give her assessment on Donald Trump's nominee for the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth.
The Secretary of Defense nominee, Peter Hegseth.
But aside from pretending that he's not qualified for the job, I mean, what's next? Is she just going to call him a white supremacist? Oh, wait, what's this?
This is someone who, is known to be a white supremacist, known to be an extremist, whose platform, whose book is basically about his opposition to the advancement of black officers to the top brass.
No, lady, he's actually just in opposition to the current Joint Chiefs of Staff chairman, who just happens to be black, but is infected with the woke mind virus, with the liberal pathogen, with Trump derangement syndrome. But surprisingly, there is a growing backlash against wokeness now on the left. Everybody can feel the cultural shift that started last Tuesday or kind of like early Wednesday morning when Donald Trump was officially declared the victor. And now many Democrats are even trying to distance themselves from wokeness. Here's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in the past apologizing for not having her preferred pronouns in her Twitter bio.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. They used to be on there. Let me go in and check and see if I can add them. Sorry about that. They used to be there. I guess they fell off, but I'll put them on right now.
Apologizing because a member of her staff changed her Twitter bio and there wasn't enough room to include the preferred pronouns. But that was then, and this is now. She recently removed them. You may recall that in 2020, virtually every one of the Democrats, I think literally every one of the Democrat candidates running for president, including Kamala Harris, of course, added their pronouns to their Twitter bio. But now on Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's account, they are gone. And Don Lemon's account is gone altogether. He deleted it because he's having a hard time dealing with our Make America Great Again initiative. Here he is explaining his insanity.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, everyone.
I have loved connecting with all of you on Twitter and then on X for all of these years. but it's time for me to leave the platform.
Oh, no.
I once believed that it was a place for honest debate and discussion.
And it truly is. Thank God that Elon has loosened the rules and no longer has a liberal in control of it and censoring people and banning people from making jokes and using the wrong preferred pronouns for certain people.
Transparency and free speech. But I now feel it does not serve that purpose. In addition, starting this Friday, November 15th, X is implementing new terms of service, which, among other things, states that, quote, all disputes be brought exclusively in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas or state courts located in Tarrant County, Texas.
Yes, that is common because that's where Twitter's new headquarters is located. That's where Elon Musk lives. It's common, actually, for corporations to put in their terms of service that if there are any legal disputes, those must be dealt with in their jurisdiction.
Now, as the Washington Post recently reported on X's decision to change the terms, this, quote, ensures...
He is reading from a script. He's using one of those teleprompter apps that you could put into your phone. This is not him just talking off the top of his head.
...that such lawsuits will be heard in courthouses that are a hub for conservatives, which experts say could make it easier for X to shield itself from litigation and punish critics.
Oh, you mean how the Southern District of New York has been doing for years? Like trying to lock up people for posting memes? I mean, the only way that things could get any better over there would be if Reid, the angry black woman over on MSNBC, were to delete her account. Oh, wait, what's this?
Hey guys, so today I finally did something I've been meaning to do for a while.
This will deactivate your account. You're about to start the process of deactivating your account. Your account is deactivated.
And the reason for doing it, and kissing goodbye my 1.9 million followers over there, is because I hadn't been posting for a long time. I just didn't want to contribute content once it was purchased by its present owner. But just having it there, I was only holding on to it because I, really didn't want someone trying to take over that name and using it for nefarious purposes. I was a little bit worried about that.
Okay, you could just log off or just never log into the app. You don't need to go and grandstand about you're deleting your account. And every time one of these celebrities do this, they always come back, usually within just a few weeks.
And also every so often I would use it to just sort of look at news that was trending and what's happening. And I would just sort of use it as an aggregator. But I just realized that's not really worth it.
Actually, it is worth it. As a media analyst, as anybody in this business, that's pretty much a must. So I don't tweet anymore. Not to say I won't tweet in the future, but I've said a million times, I just don't tweet because then it just sucks me in and all the arguments, going down all the different rabbit holes, getting all the notifications about everybody who liked my tweets, all the celebrities that are retweeting me. So I just don't do that anymore. But I still use it in order to see what's going on as a news aggregator.
Because in order to do the news aggregation and just look at all, you have to wade through a lot of dreck and a lot of just abuse and a lot of just negativity, and it's just not worth it.
Let me just take a moment to show the libtards how to properly use Twitter or X. You see that following tab up there at the top? Again, that means that the only posts that you're going to see are the posts and the retweets from the people who you actually follow. Then, if you want to just mix it up a little bit, then you click the For You tab. And then it's a combination of people who you follow and just random tweets, which that feed can be a total mess, which is why it's up to the users to decide whether or not they want the For You feed or just to see what the people are posting who they decided to follow. Goodbye, Joy. You certainly won't be missed. And if you want to support my work, be sure to head over to markdice.com, my online store, which has been completely redesigned. And there are a bunch of fantastic new products, including the new Trump Claus sweater. The Trump Claus sweatshirt and t-shirt are also back. That's a printed design on the fabric. The Trump Claus sweaters are special orders, special edition. The yarn is the different colors, and the design is literally woven into the sweater itself. These are special orders. You have to get your order in as soon as possible to make sure that you can get it in time for Christmas. Available in red, green, and black. And get your Liberal Tears mug when you're over there. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.